Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tangled Up in Books. My name is Yari and today I'm going to be doing a little mini book haul for you guys. I think I've gotten these the past like 3 months, like December, January, February. So yeah, let's get into the books that I've bought these last 3 months. I think it was back in December that I bought these first 2 books. I got them at Strand. I got these books because they will help me with the reading goals I have for this year, for 2018, which if you want to see the video where I tell you guys all of my reading goals for 2018, I'll link the card up wherever it pops up. So yes, so this first book is for the goal of reading or rereading books I read in school. I actually did read this book in school. I think it was 7th grade, but I didn't remember much about it. So I decided to buy it and reread it to see, to remember what happened in the book, as well as to see how my opinions changed from reading it as a 7th grader to now. And that book is Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I've actually already read this book. I read it back in January. I really enjoyed reading this the second time around. It was a really good read. And then I borrowed the movie from the library, so then I watched that right after. So yeah, so that's the first book. The second book that I got is going to help me do my goal for reading more classics this year, and that book is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. So I've never read this. I never read this in school. It was never assigned to me, but honestly guys, I've heard about this book. I've known about this book for a while. Obviously it's a classic. And I think the first time I heard about this book was on Hey Arnold, the episode Oscar learns to read, and he had Chocolate Boy recite the first page for him so he could memorize it, so he could pretend that he learned how to read, so people would stop making fun of him for being like 40 and not knowing how to read. So yeah, so anytime I hear about this book, I think about that, and that's actually what one of the reasons why I want to read the book, because it reminds me of Oscar, and I think it's a classic. I never read it, so I decided I should give it a go. I don't know much about what it's about, but yeah. The next book I bought because the movie by Disney is coming out, I think March 3rd. I think, I'm not sure. I'll put the date that the movie comes out here because I don't remember right now. And that book is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. I'm probably butchering her name, I'm sorry. But yes, this is the third book that I bought. I got this at Target. It was like $8 and change. It was pretty cheap. So I was like, I want to read the book before seeing the movie. So, and the book is inexpensive, so I decided to buy it. This is actually part of my February and March TBR. I'll put a card for that video so you could watch it and see what else I'm planning on reading these next 2 months for the rest of February, because February is like almost over. Like how is that? So the rest of February and March. So this is one of those books. Then the next book that I bought, I've actually already read this book, but I got it from the library, and I don't remember much about it, and I read it close to the release date. And it's a series, but the second book hasn't come out yet. Okay, so this book came out in 2016. I read it in 2016, and I don't remember much about it. And that book is Stealing Snow by Daniel Page. I got it from Barnes & Noble. It was at the bargain table for $7.98. So since I borrowed this from the library when I initially read it, obviously I had to return it, and then I read it in 2016. So I don't remember a lot of what happened. So I want to reread this book when the second book is close to coming out, which I'm not even sure when the second book is coming out. But I know it is, but I'm just not sure when it will come out. I think it's next year. So yeah, so it still has a good amount of time. It was a big gap between books. So I need to reread this book so I could be prepared for book 2 when it finally does come out. This is a retelling of the Snow Queen story by Hans Christian Andersen. So yeah, so I suggest if you guys want to read this, I personally read the Snow Queen story first and then read Stealing Snow so I could like make comparisons. So yeah, so that's the other book that I bought. And then the last book that I actually bought this month, last week, is one of my most anticipated books of 2018, and that is Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella. So yeah, this I also had my February and March TBR. So again, I'll link my TBR video so you guys could watch that, and I give a brief synopsis about what the book is about and all that jazz. But yeah, Sophie Kinsella, my favorite author. She's amazing. I actually already started reading it. I'm on page 42. Okay. Guys, I'm the kind of person who I prefer shorter chapters over long chapters. And this book is 412 pages and it has like 18 chapters, and they're really long chapters. Like chapter 3, the chapter that I'm on, is 41 pages, and I'm just like, why is it so long? Yeah. So it's taking me a little bit to get into it and to like really like, you know, for it to become a page turner, which Sophie Kinsella books usually are for me. But because I prefer shorter chapters over longer chapters, it is making it a little bit hard. But yeah, but I'm sure that once I get over that hump and get over the fact that they're long chapters, I'll really get into it and it'll be amazing, like all her books. So yeah, so that's it. That's all the books I have bought the last 3 months. I don't know, what was that, the last 3 months, December, January, and February. Let me know in the comments if you guys have read any of these books and what your thoughts were on them, or if you're planning on reading any of those books anytime soon. So yeah, like always, all of our social media links will be linked in the description box, so check that out, and you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. And like this video if you liked it. It'll let us know what kind of videos we should be posting, as well as don't forget to subscribe and become a member of our Tangled Books family. We really appreciate when you guys subscribe. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm gonna do a thumbnail. I'm actually remembering. Gotta do a thumbnail. Gotta do a thumbnail. Think we good. Think we good.